Hi everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we will see a pod going into crash loop back state and what was the error, why it happened and how we fixed it. So I'm not showing you the steps, but I will show you a gist, and it was a real time error that happened, which is why the pods went into crash loop back of state. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. So when we say that when we see that pods are going into crash loop back of state, and this was a Java application, and in Java application we see that mostly we build jar by pom.xml. We need pom.xml. It is a major component. We need settings.xml, but pom.xml is where we mention the plugin that we need to use and the dependencies, the group id, the artifact id, the version. So sometimes when we update any plugin, and because of which some conflicts occur, and because of which some spring bean issue occurs, and due to which pods are not able to start, and sometimes we see crash loop back of error. So we see that when we do kubectl get pod, we saw that there was a crash loop back of error. The recent change, so we don't have to go back and see everything, but the recent change that we have made, before it was that the Spring Boot Maven plugin was 2.7.5. Now it was upgraded to 3.2.1. Now after that, this was a recent change, so most probably the error happened due to this. Now when we check the logs, it clearly stated that there was a bean creation exception, and this was the bean that was not able to create. So now we get to know that of course there is some spring bean issue and happening. When we see this kind of error, bean creation exception or error in creating bean, then uh, it is mainly because of some of the plugin or something in source code which got upgraded or changed, and which created a conflict or a break. We need to analyze the error. That common spring bean errors are basically, when we check the logs, there are so many logs, but we need to find the appropriate word that makes us that okay, this is the main issue. So there was a, if there is a word, there are words like bean creation exception, no such bean definition exception, class not find exception. It means that there is something which has caused the issue related to bean. Okay. Now when we investigate the dependencies, so when we do, so the command to do it is mvn dependency tree, then the grep my service, because it is not able to create this service. We saw that there are some issues with the, so these are the dependency which are causing the issue. Okay, because something, when we upgraded the spring boot plugin, and after the upgrade of spring boot plugin, some spring boot, so root cause was found that spring boot 3.2 or .x, like whatever we have mentioned, doesn't auto configure some beans like 2.7x did, so our dependency changed. So we need to add some dependency. Okay, and this exclusion remove needed auto configuration. So once we applied the changes, we remove the exclusion, and because of this exclusion, when we upgraded, there was something which was causing the issue. When we fixed it, and then we again reinstalled, like when we did kubectl rollout restart deployment my app, after fixing the pom.xml, when we did it, we saw that kubectl get pods. So basically the status, when the pod status was running now. So what are the key takeaways? That first of all, we check the logs, and then what majorly changed recently. Then we compare before and after changes by using the command mvn dependency tree. Then we saw that in Spring Boot 3.x changes, some beans need explicit configuration. So after doing the configuration, after checking out that which is actually causing that issue, after the upgrade, fixing it, the pod got up and running. So this is the issue which generally we see when there are major plugin updates. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.